Trauma is the cause of the onset of mental illness in the first generation of mental illness. Hello friends, I hope you are well. Today we want to talk about the onset of mental illness in the first generation. In the previous video, we said that mental illnesses are often caused by injuries that were inflicted on an intelligent person in the past. When a person's personality is weak after facing a major trauma or crisis, he cannot resolve it, and this leads to the use of negative energies or destruction. After a while, the person gets stuck in this imperfect and negative cycle and is no longer able to use positive energies. In this clip, we are going to open this topic further. The question is, what happens when a person becomes weak? We will first address this issue and then we will examine ways to become strong. How can we turn traumas and crises into opportunities for growth so that they do not turn into mental illness? Most people who develop mental illness have experienced significant trauma in their childhood. This trauma can include parental neglect, rejection, humiliation, constant comparisons, physical violence, sexual abuse, or even prolonged separation or death of a parent. Also, those who live in stressful environments, dealing with parental addiction or those around them, experience more trauma. Another thing to note is insecure attachment. This type of attachment develops when a child fails to form a healthy relationship with their primary caregiver, usually the mother. The person usually feels an intense fear of abandonment, has a strong need for approval from others, and is unable to regulate their emotions in relationships. These problems lead to negative and dysfunctional thought patterns, such as catastrophizing, self-blame, and black and white thinking. But crisis alone does not cause mental illness. In other words, not every crisis or trauma leads to a mental disorder. Crises are an opportunity that a person can exploit for growth. In fact, it is the person's choice how to face crises. Many people experience anxiety, depression, and mood swings when facing crises. Even the strongest people experience these feelings when facing crises. But we can prepare people to face crises in the best possible way. During a crisis, a person first enters the stage of shock and denial. He cannot believe that such a thing has really happened. Then, the stage of facing reality begins, in which the person accepts the truth and has a psychological collapse. After that, the person must look for a new meaning for his life to get through this crisis. If this stage is passed correctly, the person will not develop mental illness. Another important point is that we should use the experience of crises as an opportunity for spiritual and psychological growth. We should strive to build deeper relationships with others, increase our personal power, and strengthen our inner values. This not only helps us grow personally but also allows us to use crises as a catalyst for positive change in our lives. People should know that in times of crisis, they should not suppress their emotions. They should express them, vent them, and not rush to get better. They should also not compare their crises with the problems of others, because each person has their own crises and challenges. In these situations, asking for help from others, even the strongest people, can be effective. Ultimately, crises give people the opportunity to tap into higher levels of emotional intelligence and greater self-awareness. People who have found meaning and purpose in their lives before the crisis will be able to grow from these crises and achieve a higher level of self-actualization. So we should look at these crises as a part of life. Pain and suffering are part of the human experience. But it is we who decide how to face it and use it to become a better and stronger version of ourselves. Thank you for watching this clip on my channel Effective Psychotherapy.